Hello, I'm back, and I have some insights from last night's card pull. So, generally, the theme is, I would say, this sensation of lack. Like, I don't know if it's necessarily lack in the present, because for that we have the Nine of Pentacles. See if I can get a good Nine of Pentacles, and we also have the Page of Cups. So it feels like things are pretty draggy right now, like things are kind of slower than we'd like them to be, and I think what's happening is that we're kind of looking at our pasts and evaluating the choices that we made back, whenever we made them. And there's kind of this vibe of, what if I had done something differently? How have my choices contributed to who I am now? So it's good to evaluate, things from the past and all of that, and kind of try to decide the impact that choices have made, on present and future circumstances. But the vibe that I'm getting is that we're kind of punishing ourselves to an extent. And by that I mean the way that we're reviewing the past isn't really empowering. It's more like, I should have done this differently, I should have made friends with this person, or I should have taken this job, or whatever, whatever it may be. So there's kind of an imbalance with the way we're perceiving who we are and, the reality of who we've become from all these choices that we've made in the past. So I'm seeing, like, I got two cards with scales, and the scales just remind me of, pros and cons, cause and effect. And the Six of Pentacles always makes me think of treatment, like how we're treating each other and ourselves. And in this case, I think we're not treating ourselves in a very empowering manner. Like, there's this kind of fixation on milestones. Like, I should have had this done, this specific thing done by now, and because it's not done, it defines who I am in this moment, and I should have just done this years ago, or whatever. There's that regret of not taking a specific action sooner. But the message is that every single thing we've done has actually contributed to who we want to be in the future and who we are now. So it may not seem like you made very empowering choices in the past, but really, if you hadn't done the things that you did, in a weird sense, it's like, how do I explain it? It's like you wouldn't want the things you want now because of, the way your character has formed over these years and the choices that you've made. So we're not defined by what we do or don't have, and we're really not defined by our accomplishments. I think what we're defined by is what we want and how we go about getting what we want. So instead of thinking, I would be this person if I had done this specific thing, or if I had this, it's more important to look at what you want and, the methods of how you're going to go about it, because I think that says more about who we are than the actual accomplishments themselves. So aside from that, the Page of Cups is here. And he always comes to me when I need to kind of let kind of lighten up. And I've been struggling with that too, to be honest, because I feel like I should have started making these videos sooner. You know, it's like, if I had done this sooner, where would I be now? But it's not really important to put those kind of constraints on yourself. So this is a message that I needed too, which is pretty cool. But another thing is that we got the Judgment card, and this right now speaks to me of like waiting for certain signs to appear from the universe, because some of us feel disconnected from that flow, and in response to that is the High Priestess. And when I look at her today, it just seems like she knows something I don't. So I think the resounding message from that is just kind of revel in anticipation, you know? So the Page of Cups is reminding us to playfully desire rather than demand from ourselves. So when we desire things in a way that's empowering, it kind of leads us to the path that, you know, we need in order to excavate our futures. So really, it's a pretty good reading overall, I would say. I mean, I needed the reminder, and I'm glad I got it, and I think that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll be back soon enough.